Hi, welcome to my channel. Today we've got something very exciting for the collector of DE razors. I sort of stumbled on this by accident just by asking a few questions about the Darwin razor. Now there is a Darwin razor that's quite a modern DE razor, very robust, very well built, but it's not to be confused with this particular Darwin razor. This is going back to the 1930s. I'll try to tell you as much as I can on the video, but I'll put more information and links on the actual Etsy listing. Now then, what we're talking about here is what some collectors would deem the Holy Grail of razors. I'll show you the case first. This is the handmade, it's all handmade. It's called the Darwin. There's a button there to open it, and yeah, it says Sheffield. They were made in the Fitzwilliam Works in Sheffield, England, and it was based on the Rolls razor. And if I compare the two together, this is the Rolls, obviously some will be familiar with it, and this is the Darwin. It's far more elegant, shall we say, a bit more refined. It comes with two blades as standard, and the leather strop inside has been reconditioned, and I put a nice red paste on it, so it's smooth. It's all been taken apart, dismantled and lubricated along the runners. And basically, like a Rolls, you pull this mechanism out and you can see the blade travelling up and down like that. Just like a Rolls, but a bit more refined. I'll go through the details as I'm shave testing it. So I'll put that case down for now. Now then, going to the razor itself. It's fully adjustable. This screw here, if you turn it clockwise, it becomes more aggressive. Turn it anti-clockwise, it'll go closer to the, and what you do is you just unscrew this screw here. You don't need a screwdriver, because in the handle here you have got the screwdriver. So you basically just loosen it off the handle by twisting it, hold the blade on the side, and then twist the handle, and then basically you just put your screwdriver in there and just turn it, and the thing will lift up and down like that. But I've already shave tested this, and if you put it on its further setting to the clockwise, it's quite aggressive, shall we say. So I wind it back down to anti-clockwise, and then just turn it maybe 1 or 2 times, and that's perfect for my beard. The handle actually sits right in there. It's very well constructed, well built, and the steel is pure cobalt steel. It's not like stainless steel. This will not crack, it will never rust. And it's not plated, it's solid. This is made from one piece of cobalt steel, as is the blade. Now I'm going to adjust this again because that's just not quite taking the whiskers off. So I'm taking the screwdriver out, just slacking off the handle, just a touch, and then I'll put my glasses on for this, so I need to see the detail. So I'm just going into the head there. I'm going to turn it clockwise, just about there. That should be okay. Screw it back in. There, perfect. Yeah, that's better now. So it needs the slightest adjustment will suffice. There's a rather sad, ironical story to this. The irony of the guy who invented and built this, based on the Rolls Razor, was a German guy called Paul Richard Kuhnrich. And I've seen a photograph of him, and he's got a huge spade beard and tash, so he obviously didn't use his own invention. And these were handmade, as I said before, from the Fitzwilliam Works in Sheffield, England. The positive side about using a cobalt steel razor is that it's notoriously hard, and it will hold because of that, it will hold its edge longer. The downside is that they're very difficult to hone. It took me quite a while to get these to a share ready condition. What else can I tell you? So the irony, as I was saying before, is because Paul Kuhnrich didn't use his own invention. He had a great big beard. And although he had quite a big manufacturing plant, he did have his financial problems, apparently. But they're very limited. There's not that many made. I think they were quite expensive in the time compared to a Rolls razor. And the other very sad story about this razor maker is that although he lived in England for 20 odd years, 21 years, 25 years or whatever, he was persecuted for his nationality. So much so that one day he locked his library door and committed suicide, shot himself in the head. So this is like almost deemed as the forgotten razor because they just ceased production after that, I think. And all this happened around about 1930s. I've honed both the blades. I've already shave tested the first blade. And if anything, between the two, I would say this one is a little bit smoother, I'd say. I mean, they're both smooth, but this one's smoother, shall we say. So there you have it. Oh yes, very important thing. When you come to change the blade, or strop the blade, what you do is unscrew it, as I've explained before, and slide the blade out, like that. So there's your blade. It's based on the tension is based on this spring plate here. That's how it alters the edge of the blade. And then take off the head, like that, just leaving the handle. Then you open the case up, raise the blade. You can see the spare blade raising up there. There we are. You twist it to one side, like that. Twist it to one side, and here you've got a screw which screws into the blade. And that's screwed into the blade there. And then you simply slide the blade out. There's a bit of tension there, but just hold it and slide it out, and there you have your spare blade. You put the screw from the first one into the hole for adjustments, and if you like, you don't have to use the strop in the case. You can just strop it as you would normally, up and down. I dare say you could shave with it. Just like you would a straight razor, no worries. There's just two things which I learned about it, about this particular set. Is here on the door there should be a spare blade holder, so, and that's not there. And down here in the corner there should be a spring latch, and that's not there. The spring latch detaches the leather bed. One side is fine, the other side is coarse. But you don't really need that latch. It will slide out. The whole bottom of the plate will just slide out, so you've got two strops there, one coarse and one fine. So I'll put a little bit more about the history and a link to this very interesting razor. I think it's a wonderful piece of collectible shaving history. Okay, thanks very much for watching. Hope this has been of some interest to you, and I'll catch up with you later on this week. Bye for now. I mean after the weekend. Bye for now.